few years since we have started hearing about AI era is near, and some call it revolutionary while others thought it was just a hype. But guess what? AI era isn't just near now, it's here. And it's not just smart, it's getting hella lot of serious. AI powered automation is already knocking at our doors with the AI world evolving faster than ever. Why am I suddenly saying this? Well, the things in the fiction are no longer just fiction, it's a reality encoded in terms of artificial intelligence. Think about it. From transforming AI workflows to agents writing code and managing systems, it has simplified everything smoothly and faster than ever. Not only this, but even the CEO of Cursor AI says now is the best time to build. I mean, just listen to this.
I actually think this is a really, really exciting time to be building software.
Yeah.
Like, we remember what programming was like in, 2013, 2012, whatever it was. And there was just so much more cruft and boilerplate and, looking up something really gnarly. And, that stuff still exists. It's definitely not at zero. But programming today is way more fun than back then. It's like we're really getting down to the delight concentration and all the things that really draw people to programming, like, for instance, this element of being able to build things really fast and speed and also individual control. Like, all those are just being turned up a ton. And so I think it's going to be a really, really fun time for people who build software. I think that the skills will probably change too.
And for all the tech dreamers out there, the ones who grew up imagining having a buddy just like Jarvis or Friday from Iron Man movies, someone we can talk to who can automate the tasks as well and execute them just through the commands. Even that is becoming possible. Yeah, that's no longer just a dream or a science fiction. It's the reality. What? Too stunned to believe? It's all thanks to MCP servers. MCP servers, what are they? Think of MCP servers like a USB-C for AI. Instead of creating custom connections for each tool like GitHub, Gmail or database, MCP offers a universal plug-in and play system for AI to connect to any tool quickly, making integration simple, scalable and more efficient. And if you want to know more about MCP servers and how they work and all the details, click on the I button above and check out the previous video. That will give you an idea about MCP servers. Alright, MCP servers don't just make AI smarter, they transform it into a connected AI system. Like, imagine all your favorite tools, APIs, intelligent agents, from IDEs to large language models, all talking to each other and connected seamlessly. It's like turning your isolated AI models into an interactive, hyper-efficient ecosystem. So, to understand this in a better way, let me give an example. We all developers use GitHub, right? For updating code, merging requests, managing repositories. It's a must-have, but also a time eater because normally it takes hours or even days to streamline everything. But what if I told you could automate those tasks in minutes with just one command in your code editor? Or another scenario, how many of you use Notion for better productivity, task organization and management? Almost everyone, right? Notion has already surpassed 100 million users worldwide, making it one of the most used tools. So how about if you could automate creating pages, updating the tasks, managing content with a single command, that too directly from your code editor? That's the power of MCP servers, and especially if you're into AI or development, this isn't anything you should miss at all. In this video, I'm not here to just tell you about them. I'm going to show you how to build your own MCP setup, turning your code editor into a mini Jarvis-like assistant. So let's see it in action. Alright, now that we have discussed some stuff about MCP servers, how they work and why are they gaining so much popularity nowadays, now let's get straight into building our own MCP server. But before we start, here are the prerequisites that you will need to know. First is, what you will need is an AI code editor like Cursor, Windsurf or Cloud Desktop, then a GitHub and a Notion account. So first we will move up with setting up our GitHub server for automating our Git operations like creating a repo, adding files or even updating them. And yes, you can control the permissions you grant to this server. How? I'll show you in the video. So to start with, initially, I'll go with the GitHub MCP server. For that, I will go to MCP So. So basically here, you will find a lot of tools from which you can build your MCP server for different tools. From that, what we need is this GitHub. So here, You can see all the things related to the GitHub MCP that is listed down, like how to use the key features, use cases, etc. So what we require is this server config file to create our own GitHub server. So copy it. Now go to the cursor ID. From here, go to settings, click on MCPs, add new global MCP, and it will automatically create a mcp.json file. So now paste the copied server config file here. Once this is done, we need to generate our GitHub personal access token to connect to your GitHub account safely, because this is our GitHub MCP server config file, and this token we have to generate it. For that, we will go to our GitHub account. From here, go to the top right corner, profile icon, then scroll down to the settings. This is it. Click on it. And lastly, you can find the developer settings here. Select on the personal access token, then click on the fine grained tokens. So this is one I created previously, but we will generate a new one. So here, now it will ask for a password. Now let me tell you why this will ask for password. Because you are giving the access to your GitHub account. You understand that, because it also gives the access for CRUD operations like create, update, read, delete, etc., which can be dangerous if in the wrong hands. For that, it asks for a confirm access. So provide the password you have for your account. Alright. So after providing the password, it will give you the access to generate personal access token. Now for the GitHub token name, I will name it as GitHub MCP. The description will be like to connect. Okay, this is not available. GitHub MCP Server. This is available. So description will be to connect my GitHub account to the cursor IDT through MCP server. Alright. So for the resource owner is basically your account name, like GitHub account name. Then for the expiration date, select 7 days, as we are just experimenting with it. But if you need more, you can choose more days as well. But remember, if it is on the 7 days, your access token, which connects your GitHub repository to the cursor, will be expired after 7 days. After that, you have to generate a new one. So select on that basis. I will keep it as 7. After that, repository access, I will click on all repositories. After that, click on the permissions, repository permissions specifically. Then for the actions, I will give the read and write. Administration, read and write. Then for the commit statuses, this is it. Read and write. Contents, read and write. Issues, read and write. So whatever permissions you are going to give here, only that tasks can be performed by the MCP server. If you have given like for the deployments no access and you are trying to deploy something, it will not happen. For that, you have to generate a new access token with this permission, read and write, and then you can do the operations based on that. So for now, it is enough. So I will click on generate token. It will ask for a confirmation. Click on it. Then here are your GitHub tokens. So copy it, then paste it on your cursor ID. So it should be here. So it is done. Now let's check our cursor settings. So let our GitHub MCP server, the dot here is green, as you can see. Our GitHub MCP server is ready to perform our GitOps. So first what we will tell it as. So now I will ask it to create a new repository on my GitHub with the name how to build an AI agent from scratch. Okay. Now let's see whether it executes or not. So yes, it is happening. So you have to accept this for the confirmation. Well, there's also a setting in here in the cursor settings where you can go and you can already turn on the auto enable so that it will not ask you for the permission or confirmation again and again, so that you don't have to confirm things again and again. You can go for that mode. So it has already built and it is saying the path is here. And let's see. So yeah, this is my account and this is the new repository we just created. Let's see it in details. The repo. See, updated now. It has been created just now. So since it is empty now, let's add a readme file. So now I will ask it to. So it is generating now. It means it is reading the files and accessing some resources from the web, and then it will generate it. So again I said you have to accept it. Boom, here is it. Now let's go and check it. Perfect. See, it has created a step-by-step guide in a readme file with resources, like whatever will be required. Now I'll ask it to create. So that was it for the GitHub MCP servers. And not only this, besides adding the files and creating the files, you can also execute other commands. Just for that, make sure to give those specific repo permissions while generating the GitHub personal access tokens. So that's it. And that's how we created our GitHub MCP server. And that's how we have covered the GitHub MCP servers, where you can directly give commands to the AI agents and they will execute all your GitHub operations smoothly and effortlessly without any manual work. Now that we have already created our GitHub MCP server, now let's move forward with the other MCP, that is Notion MCP server, which helps AI models to create and manage pages, databases, search for the content, add content blocks and comments, query the databases, retrieve and update the information on Notion, and much more. So to set up our Notion MCP, first we need to go to Make Notions, Notion MCP Server GitHub repo. It is the official MCP server repo by Notion itself. Here you will find a proper setup guide for the MCP servers. So first we need a Notion integration to get an API key. As you can see, it is written even here. Yep, so here it is. Setting up the integration in Notion. For that we have to go to this profile. That is Notion.so profile. Now from here, we'll create a new integration. We'll give it as something like my MCP server. Okay. So let's say this. And this is our MCP server's internal integration secret API, which we will be needing further. Now let's set the capabilities. We need the read content, update content, insert content, read comments, insert comments, and that's it. And we should save this. Okay, read user information without email address. And save this. Integration is successfully updated. Let's refresh this since we have updated the integration. Yep. So we have this. Moving next, we need our server config file. For that, I will again go to the Notion MCP server of Make Notion. Here we'll find the official server config file. We'll copy this, go to the cursor, add a new one, copy here, save. We have to replace this part with our secret internal integration key. So for that, we'll go to our integrations, copy this, go to cursor, paste it here, save it. Now go to cursor settings, refresh this. Now it is stable. Now we'll go to our integrations. Now online Notion profile. Now this is completely empty page, so I'll go to this 3 dots, scroll down for the connections. Then here I will search for my MCP server, since that is our integration. We'll confirm it. Then it will be, yeah, you can see that my MCP server is connected here, active in the active connections, right? So since we have connected perfectly, now let's move forward and ask it, hey, list me all the pages in my Motion workspace. Let's see what it does. So here it is. It is running the API post search tool. Now we'll accept this. Wow, it gave me everything about it, like created, edited the last log also. So perfect. And it also analyzed that this appears to be only page in your workspace currently. The page is not archived, not in trash located. The main workspace has no cover page or echo set, because we haven't created any kind of details in that page just yet, right? So then it asks us, would you like to see more details about this specific page, or would you like to perform any other operations with your Notion workspace? So I will ask it to write me a blog on the same topic as this page has, in a impressive and impactful manner. So see, it is even writing the blog for it with the new page, that too. Alright, it's taking time. Yeah, so it finally found everything. Now it will create. Perfect. So now let's see what it has done. For that, let's check our Notion. Refresh. And this is the page it has generated. So you can see this, right? This is generated completely by the Notion MCP server. Now for the other tasks, I will ask it to add the images as well as per the context of the blog to make it more appealing and attractive. See, it can even add the images as well. It's searching for the images and it finally found it. So I'll accept this. So again, accept. You can see these tools, right? So these are the tools that come bundled into the MCP server APIs, or like whatever API you use for, like the GitHub one, Notion one, even the Firecrawl or Google Workspace. There are certain tools like API patch block children, API patch page, and what we created above, API post page. These are the tools it is using to fetch, create, and analyze the information. Okay, it says it has already done it. Hiding the images. Let's check out. Refresh. Creative enough. That was cool, isn't it? So this is what MCP servers are. With just one command, it can perform marvelously. This is really impressive, I mean. So that was it, guys. This was the tutorial for the Notion MCP server. Now, since we have already set up the GitHub MCP server as well as the Notion MCP servers, tell me which server would you like to create? Like, which is your favorite tool and which is your favorite created MCP servers? Let me know that, okay? Alright, so that's it for the tutorial. We have transformed our AI into connected systems, a mini Jarvis you can call, that can execute commands across multiple tools. But this is just a beginning. MCP servers are a multi-level toolkit for AI automation, which can connect to almost anything, from Google Workspace and Tably API to Superbase. But here's a thought. What if we could take it further? Imagine not just automating GitHub and Notion, but having an AI that can manage your emails, fetch real-time data, and even generate entire code bases on command. That's the world MCP is opening up. A world where your Jarvis isn't just a dream, it's a reality you can build, tweak and upgrade as you wish. If this sounds exciting to you, then hit the like button, share this with your fellow techies and drop a comment with the next tool you want to set up. Subscribe for the more contents like this one. See you in the next one.